entire life, I'd been told I wouldn't amount to anything. And you know what? Maybe I would.
I, Tonya is based on the life of former competitive figure skater Tonya Harding. It centers on the infamous scandal between Harding and Nancy Kerrigan that rocked the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championships. The film gives viewers a glimpse into Harding's life leading up to the incident that left Kerrigan, her main competitor, injured. After premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival in September, I, Tonya hits theaters this weekend. So here's what you need to know about the cast, the real people they portray, and the story behind the infamous scandal. Margot Robbie stars as Tonya Harding. Prior to the scandal, Harding became the first American woman to complete a triple axel jump in a competition in 1991. Here's what went down. Before the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championships, associates of Harding arranged for Kerrigan to be assaulted. Harding denied knowledge of the attack and was still able to compete in the 1994 Olympic Games, where she placed 8th. That same year, Harding was banned for life from the U.S. Figure Skating Association after she pled guilty to the felony of conspiracy to hinder the prosecution in the attack of Kerrigan. She was sentenced to 3 years of probation. Robbie was able to meet Harding with the film's director. She told THR of preparing for the role, "The ice skating portion of the character was obviously humongous and took a lot of training before we started, and I really underestimated how difficult it would be." Sebastian Stan plays Jeff Gillooly, Harding's first husband, whom she married in 1990.
Jeff was my first date ever. And my mom came.
Gillooly helped organize the 1994 attack on Kerrigan. When a warrant was issued for his arrest, Gillooly turned himself in to the FBI. Stan also had the opportunity to meet with Gillooly in person. According to Harding, Gillooly was abusive, which led her to leave him. However, she was pressured to stay with him by the U.S. Figure Skating Association and did so to maintain her reputation. She was told by a higher-up in the skating world that if she didn't stay with him, she wasn't going to get the marks she was going to deserve, because now she's not the picture-perfect girl. But Harding's life wasn't picture-perfect. This is made evident in the film through her relationship with her mother.
Did you ever love me?
I made you a champion, knowing you'd hate me for it. That's the sacrifice a mother makes.
He cursed me.
Allison Janney portrays Harding's mom, LaVonna Harding, who was a waitress in Portland, Oregon. Before giving birth to Tonya, she had been married 5 times. She divorced Tonya's father when Tonya was 15 years old. In the 1986 documentary Sharp Edges, Harding said of her mother, "My relationship with my mom is really bad. She's a good mother, but she is not a good mother. She hits me and she beats me and she drinks." Janney, who plays Tonya's mother in the movie, never got to meet LaVonna in person. She credits the footage they had and Tonya's version of who her mother was for her portrayal. She told THR, "She is probably one of the most complicated characters I've ever played, and one of the cruelest characters."
Call that a clean skate? Stop talking to her. That girl is your enemy.
McKenna Grace plays young Harding in the film. As a child, Harding didn't have the economic background that most figure skaters have. Raised in Portland, Oregon, Harding and her family relied on homemade clothing, fishing, and hunting to supplement their needs. Harding began ice skating at 3 years old, after a trip to a mall in Portland that had an ice rink at the time. She had natural-born raw talent and was considered a prodigy. Now for the woman at the other side of the scandal, Nancy Kerrigan. Caitlyn Carver plays the former figure skater in the film. In January 1994, Kerrigan was assaulted with a police baton by a man said to have been hired by Harding's then-husband and bodyguard. The attack resulted in bruising and swelling surrounding Kerrigan's right knee. With Kerrigan injured at the 1994 national competition, Harding won, which secured her place for the Winter Olympics that year. Kerrigan was able to recover in time for the Olympics and received a silver medal for her performance. And remember, that's where Harding placed 8th. And Paul Walter Hauser plays Eckhart, Harding's bodyguard who helped plan the assault on Kerrigan.
What can you tell us about Tonya Harding?
I don't know a Tony Harding.
Aren't you her bodyguard?
6 days after the attack, Eckhart confessed to the crime and cited Gillooly and Harding as the minds behind it. Eckhart was arrested with attacker Shane Stant and getaway driver Derek Smith. He went by the name Brian Sean Griffith after the attack and passed away in 2007. For much more on I, Tonya, head to THR.com and let me know in the comments if you plan on seeing the movie in theaters this weekend. And after that, be sure to click right over here to subscribe to our THR News YouTube channel. I'm Tiffany Taylor for the Hollywood Reporter News.